Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Okay, I'm going to jump right in. So we are in a weird timeline loop right now. Actually, a better way of saying that is we are in a timeline collapse. So things right now seem a bit odd, strange. Okay, here's a good way of explaining it. It's like you feel stuck, but you don't feel stuck. It's not like it's because in the past when you felt stuck, it was this hard kind of stuck kind of feeling. Whereas now it's not really. You don't feel stuck. You just feel like you're not moving or you can't move. So about a week ago, and probably like 3 to 4 days ago, peaking with the full moon, but it still lasted a day or 2 or 3 days after. In fact, we're still in that energy now, but it's not as intense. It was very emotional, very sensitive. So the way I look at the moon and the planetary alignments and the stars, it's like a combination lock. So every combination is kind of like a recipe to open us up to the next experience, the next level. So about 3 or 4 nights ago, I went out, I don't know, I think it was midnight or maybe 1 or 2 in the morning. And the moon was right in the center of the sign of Scorpio, literally right where the body or the heart would be. So it doesn't have to be a completely full moon, but so every night the moon got bigger and bigger and more full. So as we were leading up into it and even coming out of it 3 or 4 days afterwards, you're going to feel a very strong. So what is Scorpio? Scorpios are very sensitive. They're very emotional. They're very sensual. Now, the reason why I say that is because it's sensual is like emotional amplified, like you're really feeling the senses, your emotions, your feelings, etc. So one of the reasons why I really haven't been uploading videos is because I was kind of in this just not numb, that's not the word, no, because I'm feeling everything. But it's kind of just this like that stuck but not stuck. It's like you're not stuck at all, but you can't get any traction. It's almost like things are slippery right now. Like there's no movement, but not in a bad way. It's really not bad, but at the same time you feel like, well, I'm not going anywhere. That's your logical mind trying to tell you like you're supposed to be doing something. Remember, the left brain is all about steps, like step 1, step 2. So it's like, hey, you're not taking steps. It's like, because you're not supposed to. You're really just supposed to enjoy this energy. It is a very emotional energy. Now, the littlest thing will make you cry your eyes out. On the other hand, the cutest thing will make you really, really happy. The happiest thing, or not even the happiest, just something happy, something sweet, something loving will make your heart just melt, like 10 to the 10th power melting. It's just this overwhelming emotional experience. So every experience that you're having is being full. It is being amplified, but I don't want to say it that way. It's more like you're feeling it fully and completely because you're wide open to your heart, to your emotions. I'm going to put it this way. Let's call it your chakras. Your heart chakra and your solar plexus chakra and your third eye are just wide open. So you're feeling all of your 5 senses to the maximum, and that's creating massive emotions and feelings. So here's something I want to emphasize. Things that you're getting maximum emotions, whether it's negative or positive, love or sadness or whatever, it's like they're amplified. It's like, because okay, something happened to me about, I think it was like last weekend, maybe a week ago. So today's Saturday, May 17th. It's 8:45 in the morning. I don't know when I'm going to upload this, but I think it was last weekend. Like some little thing happened. If someone changed plans, that's all it was, right? I freaking cried. And I remember just like really feeling it, and I go, wait a minute, what's going on here? Like, it's really, it's not that big of a deal, but man, did it feel like a big deal. So going through these things can discombobulate you. Like, okay, one of the things is because, like, I'll see like this cute little video or listen to a sad song and I'll be crying. And the thing about it is it really takes up a lot of your energy. Crying takes up a lot of energy. It feels good afterwards. It's very relieving and relaxing. But at the same time, you might have been feeling really exhausted. It's because you have these emotions fully being felt, whether positive or negative. And like even loving feelings, like I was feeling this real loving, and I'm still in it right now. But yesterday and the day before, and I think it was the day before, that I was just overload emotional love. Like my whole body was just feeling. It was like, you know how you might feel it in your heart? It wasn't just, it was in my whole body, like wide open, like the chakras were just, imagine this big circle expanded way up in the sky, way to the left, way to the right, just this wide open, and it's like emotions just pouring through me. So the challenge is you probably felt tired over the last 10 days to 2 weeks, maybe even a little bit more. And you may have felt off, but not really understood why, or it was kind of like, again, that kind of really weird, like slippery, like you're off, but you don't understand what. It's like you're off, but at the same time you feel open, you feel, I don't know, like there's no tension. And that's the thing. Humans are so used to living with tension, like being pulled, like a rope being pulled tight. You're fighting against it. It's almost as if you've let go of the rope, and now you're like, well, there's no tension, so this is different, and it makes you feel like you're stuck, but you're actually not stuck at all. You've just let go of fighting this rope, and that was holding you in this one direction. Now you can go anywhere you want. See, before it was like everything was like, okay, I have to pull this rope, and I have to fight against the power, all that bullshit, and it was holding you in place the whole time. And now that you let go of the rope, there's no tension, and at the same time, I'm like, well, what do I do? And that's kind of where you're at. You're like, you don't know what to do, because now it's not. Before there was like this absolute direction. Okay, there's because of the rope. Now it's like, well, there's no resisting force anymore. You feel like you don't have any direction, because before, like, you were being forced into, this is the direction, period, end of sentence. Whereas now it's like, you're so free right now, you just don't know it. And because of that, you don't know you're free to go and do what you want. And okay, here's the other thing. It's a really weird thing, because your whole life, you the whole reason why you went to college or got good grades in school, or you're saving money or buying a nicer car, because you wanted to be free of this. And now that you're free of it, you don't know what to do. But it's even beyond that. It's like, how to explain this? It's like you were set free, and you're just sitting there going, okay, well, now what? What do I do? And the answer is whatever the hell you want. Without realizing it, you're waiting for that resistance to cause a fight, to cause you to fight against. See, fighting against something has nothing to do with what you want to do with your life, but that became your life. You thought, well, this is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And now that you don't have that rope pull, like that tug of war, you're just waiting for, okay, I'm waiting. And it's like, on the one hand, it's like, well, you were set free. It's okay. Go do what you want now. And you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? I don't feel any tug anywhere. It's a discombobulating feeling, but here's what's going to happen. Eventually, you're going to start walking, and you're going to start going in the direction that you want to go in, doing what you want, thinking what you want to think, believing what you want to believe. It's like, how do I say this? It's almost like God's go do it now. And you're like, go do what? And it's not even that. It's almost like you don't know that you're. God, how to explain this? It's weird because it's like you're at full complete choice right now, and yet you feel like you don't have any choice because a choice isn't being shoved into your hand like it always has your entire life. So now, instead of there being one choice, or fight or don't fight, now it's like, well, there's no resistance. So you can, it's like you're sitting in the circle 365 degrees. It's like, go in whatever direction you want to. It's literally just like a caged animal that was finally set free. Some of them won't even walk out of the cage when they open the door. They're just like, okay, what am I, I'm waiting for instructions. I'm waiting for someone to pull me or poke me or prod me in a direction. And no one's doing that now. So you're like, okay, I'm waiting. What's going to happen eventually is you're going to just walk and you're going to move. And you're going to start picking up momentum. It's like, because of you were always fighting something, resisting, things didn't fall into place. And now, once you start moving, everything is going to start falling into place because you're not fighting against. Now you're going with. And that's such a really weird thing because there's no resistance. It's like going downhill without any brakes or without any stop signs or without anything. It's just you're going downhill and you pick up momentum and things just fall into place. So as you get moving, eventually you're going to realize, like, oh, wait a minute. Like, now you're going to understand how to function in this new way. Can I be just really honest with you? I'm doing it right now. I just started this video having absolutely no idea what I was going to talk about because it's an extremely vague subject. And I'm like, I'm just going to talk about it, see where it goes. And it's going really, really well. All right, so let me do it. I want to actually structure this right now. So number one, if you're having emotions like outbursts or just crying and crying, or maybe it's like this overwhelming amount of love just pouring through you and you're just feeling this amazing, just go with it. It's okay. So your energy field has been opened wide open. So all of the old debris is just pouring through you, pouring out. And it's also bringing in this really, really positive energy. Loving, beautiful, just emotional feeling and sensory. So just enjoy this. I even when I was crying, like, this has been such an amazingly... I want to use the word purifying because it is purifying, but the feeling, I don't know how to explain. It's just love is loving. I don't know what word to use. If I come to a word, I'll come back. The feeling is amazing. Now, I've been through this a lot, so so it's amazing unless you're labeling it as something negative. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I'm crying. Here, for example, this person that canceled on me and changed, not subjects, but changed whatever they were doing, it hurt me. And I was like, well, that's messed up. And so I started labeling it in a really negative way. I'm like, wait a minute. Why is it so messed up? Like, they changed their plans is what it was. I'm like, what's the big deal? And I remember going, why am I so upset about this? I've never been like this in my entire life. And then I thought, oh, this emotional thing that we're in is amplifying all your emotions. And that's all it is. So your feelings that you're having about experiencings that you're having are way amplified right now, or at least in the last 10 to 14 days, maybe even further back. So realize that, be conscious of that, okay? And realize what they did really wasn't that big of a deal. It was like this little thing that just triggered you into this emotional feeling. So number one, just realize we're going through this heightened emotional thing. And I do believe we're coming out of it now. So be okay with it. Just, in other words, go with it. allow the energy to flow through you, and it will feel a lot better. Even the sad stuff, like crying, is an emotional release. And realize if you're getting angry at someone, it's probably overly amplified emotionally. So just put that on hold for a little while longer until we kind of clear out of this. I think you're going to have a much bigger picture of what's really going on. And number 2, get your rest. If you need to take a day off of going to the gym, working out, going to do something, just get your rest. Just take naps, sleep, and rest. Plenty of water and healthy food. Get plenty of protein. So relax, okay? Allow yourself to sleep extra and relax. Alright, now this one's kind of tricky. I'm going to do my best to explain this. So one thing I've noticed online. Now, okay, everything that I'm sharing with you is what I've been going through too. Alright, so here's what I've been noticing online, especially I'm on YouTube a lot, but also on Facebook. Like a lot of more postings are coming up on the spiritual side now all of a sudden, at least on my channel. And I've noticed, like, so you get someone making a video like, okay, well, now we're at the time of, manifesting, or good things are coming to you, and, all that real positive stuff. And I noticed myself like, yeah, I don't know about that, kind of being negative. And then I started noticing a lot of people like, I keep hearing all this positive stuff and nothing's happening. And I just want to say, well, yeah, well, okay. Alright, so this person was just being really negative. I'm just reading, but this wasn't the only one, but this was the one that kind of hit me like, wow, that's funny. But a lot of people on different platforms and different videos and postings, it's usually like 7 people like, oh yeah, I'm going with flow, okay, it's all good. But then you might get this 1 or 2 people that's just real like, oh, nothing's happening and I'm not making money and rah, rah. And the person that's making the video is saying, yeah, just go with it, and this is an opening experience. And I wanted to say to this one person in particular, like, well, yeah, you're not going to receive it from that space, from that place, from that energy field that you're creating right now. So the person, it's like they got really excited, but then they got really frustrated because it didn't happen like the next day or a week later. And, even if they've been manifesting for months and months and months, what they don't realize is they're closing the field, thus closing the door to receiving by putting themselves in that bitter, angry kind of field. And I wanted to say, well, yeah, you can't receive it from there, from that space, because you've got the energy closed. In other words, the door is closed. So how can you receive? So the message for this is stop. How do I explain this? Like, forget about money, forget about all that stuff and coming in, and put your awareness and your energy more on taking naps and making yourself feel good. Like, one thing I've been doing through this whole thing is curling up in bed and just really bringing my awareness inside my body until my body releases and relaxes and I start feeling this vibe. So put your energy and time into that. Get yourself to feel good. Get your body to feel good by grounding. Technically, the word would be grounding yourself, bringing your awareness inside your body and just feeling your emotions. One thing I've really been doing a lot lately, the last couple of weeks, is bringing my awareness inside my body, because I'm feeling this really intense feeling in my solar plexus and my heart area. The energy is just flowing through me like never ever before in my entire life, and I'm like, what is this? Like, I can feel it. It's almost like water or like wind or something, but it's more of a feeling. Like, it's even more of a feeling that like not a cuddly feeling, but kind of almost like when you cuddle a cat or, a cute little pet that you love, and you have these emotions. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just feeling it. Literally, it's like energy is flowing through me, especially my chest and heart area, my solar plexus, and my belly. For the first time in over 5 years, or probably longer than that, I can breathe really deep, really easily right now. Like, I don't have to do the deep breathing exercises or stretch or do any of the things I used to do in order to feel really like I can breathe deep without trying. Like, it's just deep and relaxed. So I think the thing is that I'm very used to realizing, like, oh, we're in one of those places that, space right now, where it's kind of like this is kind of a time to it's like, okay, we are literally in between timelines, let's call it that. So the old one has collapsed. It's really obvious right now, like, yeah, this is just, we're kind of in, we're technically, the right word to use, we're in the void. One of the things we learn in NLP is when you're inside the problem, you can't find the answers there because the answers are not there. We imagine the problem being on a piece of paper. We have to pop you up and out of the problem, and that's called the void. So there's the series of questions I'll ask you. They seem weird, they sound weird, like what? That doesn't even make any sense. And the goal is to get you to pop out of the problem, so now you can see all the solutions around it. So what happens if we do it good enough? You pop up into the void of nothingness. And now you're just kind of, literally, people will just kind of look at me and they'll zone out and they won't even say anything for like, could be, oh man, I did it to my brother one time on Thanksgiving. He had this real problem. I said, well, what if this and what about this? What if that? And what would happen if it did? What would happen if it didn't? What wouldn't happen if it didn't? And on, and he just like zoned out for about a half an hour. So what happened was he was put into the void, and when you're in the void, you're wide open to receive all kinds of different answers and possibilities of answers for whatever your challenge was. So you're literally out of the problem. Now you can find solutions. And right now, this is what the universe is doing. I want to say for all the people on the planet, but it may be just people that are at a higher level. But all of this is helping everyone to raise their level regardless of what level they're at. So the old timeline is gone. It's just gone. Like, okay, let me say it a different way. Humans, we're not who we used to be 5 years ago, 10 years ago. We're not the same. We are not. This is different. Everything is different, and you know it. You can feel it. You can see it. You're aware of it. Now, the reason why we're in between, or what I call this void, is because it's a good space for you and your energy to begin to realize and or receive better, higher level solutions, to have higher level realizations. So for a lot of people who haven't experienced being in the void, going through therapeutics, it's a very specific set of questions we do, but there's other ways we can do it. If you haven't experienced that, like right now would be a very discombobulating time for a lot of people that are going through this. Like I feel stuck, but at the same time I don't, because usually stuck is like you're being held. But this kind of stuck is like, well, I'm not being held, but I'm not really going anywhere, but I'm not really trying either. The answer is because you're in the void, and it's a really good place to be to improve your life, to get here's the deal. Where you're at is literally the most unstuck you'll ever be in your life, okay? So you're not stuck at all. You're in this is the place where change happens. I should probably take a picture of this little manual that I have that has images of what, the void and this, and you won't understand it, but this is something we're actually trained in. So a lot of people, what do you mean the void? Well, it's like going to math class and going to higher level, like I mean literally physically going to like college level, higher levels of math, because they talk about this there. Whereas the average person, well, I never even heard of the void. Well, okay, this may be a little bit too high level of a video for you if you can't at least open your mind up enough to just think of the possibility. And that is the void. It's where all possibilities exist. So here's what it's like. Think of a problem as you're on your knees and you got your eyes all the way down to your carpet and there's a little bit of mark, but because your eye's so close to it, it looks like, oh my God, it's so dirty, this big chunk of this big area. So you're stuck in the problem. You will not find a solution inside that little tiny speck like you're looking under a microscope. But imagine you lift your head up about 2 feet off the ground instead of being like half an inch from the carpet, right? You can't see what's around. So now that your head's 2 feet up, you can see a little bit, maybe like 2 or 3, circular diameter. But then imagine going up 10 feet, maybe 12 feet, maybe 15, maybe 20 feet. Now you're getting a much wider, broader area. And you're like, well, there's a solution right there. Well, there's a solution right there. Suddenly you start to see the solutions. See, a lot of times there's a solution 1 inch to the right or left from your problem, but you can't see it because you're so far inside the problem. You get it? So you're like stuck down this little tiny space and you can't see, but if you pull away, you can see more and more to the left and right, like the circle expands. Now, where we're at right now is kind of like the maximum of what you'll ever experience in your entire life, because you have completely let go of the old way. And on an energetic level, your energy body, we'll call it, is beginning to see this in a really, really big way. Now, if this seems like a really, really vague and abstract video, it is. And that means that it's working. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, I don't even know what this guy's talking about, and then you pause and you think, I don't even know what I'm talking about, you're in the zone. You're in the void. So for now, all I'm saying is just go with the flow. It'll be a lot easier. So like I said, it's like this, I'm using timeline as kind of like as a structured way to explain something. So the old one's gone. Now the new one is essentially there. It's falling into place, and you're supposed to be in this void. So you begin to create solutions, discover solutions, and begin to notice better, greater solutions. Because the old way is not going to work in the new timeline. It's literally going from lines, like a straight line, step 1, step 2. It's like that's gone. The whole idea of this two-dimensional, here's the line, turn left, turn right, like that's gone. We're going into a higher dimension where all of a sudden there's no line, there's no like tug of war from A to B. That's gone. Now it's like open expansion of 360 degrees of options and possibilities, not only on a flat plane, but in a circular round ball plane. So that 360 degrees becomes all these, you could take that plane and spin it. Now you've got hundreds and thousands of degrees of possibilities. So instead of it being this flat plane of 360 degrees, now it's this expansive ball with all these different rotating degrees, and each of them has 360 degrees, etc. And there's hundreds of them within this globe. And here's another way. Instead of it being a line, it's now an expansive awareness. Like this ball is expanding out, and it doesn't stop. So now we're beginning to grow in that way. So the old way of thinking was, so draw a square real quick, and from each corner, make an arrow go inwards to the center, okay? This is the way we used to think. If I learn everything inside this box, then I know everything. Now it's been inverted. I'm not sure if that's the right way, but the arrows are now pointing outside of the square, and it's this constant expansive learning and growing and learning and growing, and it's expanding in all directions in a circle, instead of being a square going inwards. It's a different way of learning. And now for some people that are very linear logical, it's going to be difficult for them to transfer over to this way of being. In fact, it's going to cause them a lot of stress. At least in the beginning, and for them that beginning may be a year, maybe more, maybe a month or so, but it's going to be more than a month. But they'll get through it and they're going to be fine. So for you guys, for right now, just go with the flow. Things that really seem like, oh, how could you do that to me? Just trust me, your energy, your emotions are amplified right now. When this thing clears through, you're going to look back a week from now going, that really wasn't that big of a deal. So kind of try to go with the flow. I bet some of you have already lost your SHIT on some people and just yelled at them. But here's another part of this. Forgive yourself. It's okay. It's totally normal and expected because of what we're going through. This thing's just so okay. Here's the reason why it's amplifying everything is because it's really highlighting the things that you need to let go. So by over amplifying, you're really seeing it for the first time. It's always been there your whole life, but you didn't see it, even though it was coming up every day, multiple times a day in conversation. You get mad at people, and then now you're going, wait a minute. That's really not that big of a deal. And here I've been biting people's heads off for years. Like, oh, okay. So it's amplifying things to clear things out for you to finally see it and then let it go. Because once you see it for what it is, you're like, why am I doing that? And you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that no more. Like, no. So it's amplifying things for you to let them go. So in essence, I would like to believe all of us on the planet are going through, but I think some people that are on denser, lower levels, they may not be able to go through this. I'm not quite sure, but they're going through clearing on some level, okay? So here's the thing. You're going through a clearing out the old, and the other thing is newer, fresher energy is physically, literally coming into your energy field, and that can cause pressure also. So just go with the flow for right now. I'm going to leave it at that, okay? Because otherwise it's going to get really kind of, not complicated, but it's a little more in depth, and I think that's enough for this video. Alright guys, that's it for this video. God bless you guys. If you found this video interesting and you like this kind of stuff, please click subscribe, click the like button, and go ahead and make a comment. Let me know, how you experience this, because I know for some of you left brain people, this is going to be a little bit above your head right now. Alright, that's it. If you want to leave a donation, there's a PayPal link right there in the description box. And that's it. Alright, God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.